everyone, welcome back. Today we will discuss about a new topic that is data visualization. Data visualization refers to techniques used to communicate insights from data through visual representation. So its main goal is to distill the large data sets into visual graphics to allow for easy understanding of complex relationships within the data. Or in short, we can say that data visualization is the way towards showing information in a significant style to give bits of knowledge that will support better decisions. Data visualization improves dynamics, gives supervisors better investigation capacities that decrease dependence on IT experts and improve coordinated effort and data sharing. Let's see what are the benefits of data visualization. First of all, it speeds up the decision-making process. Because of our ability to rapidly comprehend data that is in a visual form, data visualization can materially increase the speed of decision-making process. Data visualization helps to have better ad hoc data analysis, that is one-time data analysis. It helps to improve the collaboration and information sharing. It provides self-service capabilities to end users. It increases our return on investment. It helps to reduce our time. Moreover, it reduces the burden on IT. Charts are a chance, an opportunity to make a convincing argument through data visualization. What's more, that is vital in the event that you need to turn into a remarkable business analyst profession. If you work with chart types that are not right fit for the data, we won't convince anyone. To help you overcome or avoid this issue, this video will help you to know the different chart types and the type of data different chart types are suitable for. The first chart is the column or the bar chart. This is most widely used chart. Column chart, as the name suggests, consists of some vertical bars going horizontally with the value axis being displayed on the left side of the chart. Bar charts are great when you want to track the development of one or two variables over time. For example, sales trends, stock price changes, precipitation amounts by year, etc. A bar chart can be used to make both a year-on-year comparison and a monthly breakdown. Also, column charts or bar charts can be really good when we think about the advancement of two numerical factors after some time. Suppose we might want to think about the income of two organizations in the time span somewhere in the range of between 2015 to 2020. A bar or a column chart isn't reasonable when we have a solitary period breakdown of a variable. On the off chance that I need to depict the fundamental business lines that added to an organization's income in 2020, I wouldn't utilize a bar or a column chart. Rather, I would like to use a pie chart or one of its varieties. A line chart is the graphical representation of data plotted using a series of lines. Lines are going horizontally across the chart with value axis on the left side of the chart. A line chart allows us to track the development of several variables at the same time. But line charts are not that great in situations when you want to show how the individual parts of a whole change over time. A pie chart is a circular chart sliced into sections. Each section represents a percentage. So pie charts are best suited to depict sections of a whole. A pie chart is best for the situation if a company operates three separate divisions, and at the year end, its top management would be interested in seeing what portion of the total revenue each division accounted for. In any case, we should be sure that the total of the proportions make 100% of the total. That is, we can't stand to overlook any of the three divisions contributing to total income. An area chart is a combination of pie and line chart. Whenever we want to show how the parts of a whole change over time, we should consider an area chart. For example, if the company has three income producing divisions and the board might want to see the advancement of every one of these divisions. then an area chart will be a perfect in this condition. Similar to line charts, an area chart are not suitable for representing parts of a whole over a single period. In our example, we can't use an area chart to show the proportion of revenue each division generated in, say, the year 2020 alone. So that's a situation where we can't use area charts. Scatter chart shows a relationship between two variables. It consists of multiple data points plotted across two axes. Each variable in the scatter plot would have multiple observations. A scatter plot is best used whether there is a pattern to be found between two variables. For example, house price versus house size. That is, the x-axis has information about house price and y-axis indicates house size. It is true that there will be a positive connection between these two, that is the house price and house size. Greater the houses, higher the cost. A scatter plot is used with numerical data or numbers. If we have three categories such as three divisions, 5 products and so on, a scatter plot would not reveal much. A bubble chart is a variation of a scatter chart in which the data points are replaced with bubbles, and an additional dimension of the data is represented in the size of the bubbles. Just like a scatter chart, a bubble chart doesn't use a category axis. Both horizontal and vertical axes are value axes. In addition to the x values and y values that are plotted in a scatter chart, a bubble chart plots x values, y values and z or size axis. Now let's see how we can implement these charts practically in the spreadsheet. Here I have created a spreadsheet for sales and expense. I'm going to create a column chart here. So I select the range of data to create the chart, then the chart option. Here you can see different charts like column chart, bar chart, pie chart, area chart, line, scatter, bubble, net, stock, column and line chart. So I select the option column chart. If you want to make a 3D look, you can create that. I go for a normal one and I select the datas and I make the first row and first columns as label. Then checking the data series. Now some chart elements, like we need to give some name to the chart. Here is sales and expense, and in x-axis we are showing month and y-axis we are showing some amounts. You can also format the chart, like if you want to add some grid lines you can do that. If you want to change the color of the bars you can do it. You can decide the transparency, you can decide the borders. So let's do some formatting. So this is a different chart that is about wildlife population for various years and the total amount of animals like bears, dolphins and whales in that particular year. I'm going to create a line chart here. So I select the range to create the chart. Then the line option, line with points I'm selecting here. Now the data range, here also first row and first columns are labeled. Now checking the data series and the chart elements. Giving a name of wildlife population, x-axis it is years and y-axis it is animal count. So this is the line chart. This is a spreadsheet of a sales of a particular company in different areas. So I'm going to create a pie chart here. Make sure that the total of percentage should be 100 in order to create the pie chart. I select the pie option. This is the normal pie. And if you want to create a 3D look, you can do it. This is exploded pie chart. I'm going for the normal one. Data range, row and columns are the labels. then data series and the chart elements. Title will be company sales. If you want to add the sales percentage inside each slice, you can do it. Add data elements. We set the value as percentage at the center and we change it to white color. See, the percentage is now inside the slides. So this is the pie chart. This is the energy consumption for various years. I want to add the total energy plus how much will be the fossil fuel consumption. So I go for an area chart here. This is the area option. You can have a 3D look if you want. Data range, the first row and first columns are labeled. Now checking the data series. Now chart elements. Title will be energy consumption and x-axis it is showing years and y-axis it is showing energy consumed. This is the area chart. Now we are going to create a chart that is the relation between two variables, that is house size versus market value. If you want to show the relationship between two variables, we will go for which chart? We'll go for scatter chart. So I select the XY scatter chart. Now data range, that is the first row will be the label. Now checking the data series and the chart elements. Heading will be house size versus market value. In x-axis it is showing house size, that is square feet, and y-axis it is showing the amount. Okay, this is the scatter chart. Now if we want to show the relationship between three variables of a data, we will go for bubble chart. So we will select here the bubble option. Now the data range. And the chart elements. Here title will be sales report. X-axis it is showing units sold and y-axis it is showing amount of sales, and the bubbles here is showing profit. So if you want to add the profit percentage inside the bubbles, you can do it. Just add the data labels. Make the percentage to come at the center of the bubbles. It's not clear, so we'll change the color of the percentage to some lighter color, so it will be more visible for you. Okay, this is the bubble chart.